How to Master Your Money and Build Lasting Wealth. Written and published by Mindset Masters Audiobooks. Part 1. The Money Mindset That Creates Wealth. Before you change your finances, you must first change your philosophy. Wealth doesn't begin in your bank account. It begins in your mind. Long before someone builds a thriving portfolio, starts a business, or pays off debt, they make a conscious decision to think differently about money. Not like the crowd, not like the consumer, but like the builder. Mastering your money is about more than knowing what to do. It's about becoming the kind of person who does it consistently. That requires identity, belief, and habits that align with long-term wealth, not short-term indulgence. The people who succeed with money do not wait until they have more. They succeed because they've trained their mindset to manage what they already have with discipline, clarity, and intention. You're here because you want that same shift, and this is where it begins. The psychology of wealth. Wealthy people don't just have more money. They think differently about money. They see money as a tool, not a trophy. Focus on long-term strategy, not short-term emotion. Make decisions based on value, not just price. Live with clarity, not confusion. They operate from a mindset of ownership. If something goes wrong financially, they take responsibility. If an opportunity arises, they don't say, "I can't afford it." They ask, "How can I create the value to afford it?" They understand that wealth isn't just earned, it's grown, built, protected, and that requires a mindset that's deeply different from the one most people are raised with. Identifying your money story. Everyone has a story they tell themselves about money. These beliefs often start in childhood and go unnoticed, but they shape every decision you make. Ask yourself, what did you learn about money growing up? Was it scarce? Was it stressful? Was it talked about at all? Do you associate money with fear, freedom, or shame? Do you believe you're someone who can be wealthy, or someone who will always struggle? Most people don't realize that their story about money is the single biggest predictor of how they handle it. Change the story, and you begin to change the outcome. Write a new internal script. Think it. I am capable of mastering money. I can learn any financial skill I need. My income doesn't define me. My habits do. It's a learned pattern, and anything learned can be unlearned. Financial intelligence is built, not inherited. I'll save when I make more. If you don't save a little now, you won't save a lot later. Wealth is not a function of income. It's a function of priority. Money is evil or greedy. Money simply reveals who you already are. If you're generous and disciplined, more money magnifies those traits. Budgeting is restrictive. A budget isn't a prison. It's a permission slip. It tells your money where to go, so it doesn't disappear without a trace. These myths must be replaced with empowering truths, because your money will never rise higher than your mindset. The habits of people who build wealth. You can recognize a wealth builder not by their income, but by how they handle the basics. They dissect their spending, automate their savings, delay unnecessary gratification, learn continuously about finance, invest consistently, even in small amounts, value security and freedom over appearance. These behaviors are not accidental, they're intentional habits, built over time. The good news, you can build them too, one decision at a time. Start small. Take it. Save before you spend. Even $5 builds the muscle. Choose learning over entertainment for 15 minutes daily. Review your purchases weekly. Ask, does this cost help build my future, or just feed my present? Every choice matters. Every small win compounds. Build a new financial identity. This is the most important shift, to stop saying I want to get better with money, and start saying I am the kind of person who manages money with purpose. Your identity creates your outcomes. Say to yourself, I am disciplined with money. I make decisions for the long term. I live below my means so I can invest in my future. Every time you make a better decision with your money, you are proving your new identity true. The mindset rules that build wealth. Adopt these core rules as your new mental foundation. Every dollar has a job. I don't let money drift. I grow wealth, by protecting, managing and multiplying what I have. The earlier I start, the more freedom I earn later. I'm not behind, I'm aware. And awareness is power. Learning about money is a lifelong skill, not a one-time lesson. These are your principles now. They aren't just facts. They are internal standards. Live by them, and wealth becomes the natural result of who you are. Your first wealth assignment. Begin this transformation today with 3 simple but powerful steps. Track everything you spend this week. Awareness alone changes behavior. Save a fixed amount, no matter how small, today. Build the habit, not the amount. Journal your new identity. Who are you becoming financially? Write it down, speak it, embody it. This is how you build momentum, not from waiting for the perfect moment, but by taking one aligned action today, because wealth isn't created in a single big move. It's created through 1,000 small decisions, made with purpose, over time, and it all starts with how you think. Part 2. Build a simple money system that actually works. Don't manage money with willpower. Manage it with a system. Most people rely on discipline alone to manage their finances. They try to remember to save. They try not to overspend. They hope they'll have enough for the future, but hope is not a strategy, and memory is not a system. To build lasting wealth, you must create a simple, repeatable, stress-free structure for your money. A system that removes emotion, guesswork, and overwhelm, and replaces them with clarity, automation, and control. The right system will not only help you stay consistent, it will multiply your results over time. You don't need 10 spreadsheets or complex financial tools. You just need a system that puts every dollar to work in alignment with your goals and values. Clarity before control. Before you try to get control of your finances, you need to get clear on 2 things: where your money is going, where you want it to go. Most people fail with money because they never define what financial success looks like to them. They copy budgets that don't fit their life. They set goals that don't reflect their values. They try to control something they haven't yet defined. Start with clarity. What does a financially successful life look like for you? How much freedom do you want and by when? What do you value more? Security, flexibility, early retirement, travel, ownership, legacy. What are your real non-negotiables? The clearer you are on your definition of wealth, the easier it becomes to build a system that supports it. The 3-part money framework. Once you're clear, the next step is to divide your money into 3 essential categories. Spend, money for living today. Save, money for stability and upcoming goals. Grow, money for long-term freedom and wealth. Every single dollar that enters your life should be assigned to one of these 3 functions. No exceptions. Let's break them down. 1. Spend. Today's life. This includes exactly how much it takes to live your current lifestyle, and whether that lifestyle aligns with your values and income. Most people never calculate this. They just spend what they feel like, and hope there's something left. Awareness is the beginning of change. Save. Tomorrow's needs. This includes emergency fund, travel or holidays, car repairs, home maintenance, tuition or certifications, any short to medium-term financial goals under 5 years. The goal here is security. This category creates breathing room. It allows you to avoid debt when unexpected things happen. It also funds upcoming dreams that don't belong in the now pile. Aim to save until you have $1,000 to $2,000 as your starter emergency fund. 6 months of expenses as a core emergency fund. Dedicated savings for near future goals. Saving is not just about protection. It's about peace of mind. It keeps you in control. Grow. Future freedom. This includes investments, stocks, index funds, real estate, businesses, retirement accounts, IRAs, 401k, etc. Passive income vehicles, asset building strategies. This is where wealth is built. This category is often decadent because it doesn't feel urgent, but it's essential. People who master money know that the real goal is freedom, the ability to wake up and live life on their terms. That's what Grow buys you. You don't need to start big. You just need to start. Even $25 a month, when invested wisely and consistently, can transform over time. This category requires education, patience, and discipline, and the payoff is life-changing. The 70-20-10 rule, or your own rule. A simple structure for allocating income is the 70-20-10 method. 70% spend, 40% save, 10% grow. This is just a starting point. You can adjust based on your goals. Aggressive saving. Try 60-25. Go 50. Side hustle income. Allocate 100% of that to grow. The goal is not perfection, it's intentionality. You want to tell your money what to do, not wonder where it went. Automate everything you can. Once you've built your framework, automate as much as possible. Auto-transfer savings to a separate account. Auto-invest into index funds or retirement accounts. Auto-pay fixed bills from one central account. Use alerts or calendar reminders to check monthly progress. When you automate smart decisions, you remove willpower from the equation, and over time, consistency wins. Subscriptions, savings account for your emergency fund and short-term goals. Investment account for long-term wealth building. Optional. Add sub-accounts for specific goals, e.g., vacation, education, new laptop. When your money is visually separated, it becomes easier to track, trust, and grow. Make your system personal. The best money system is the one that reflects your life and personality. Some people love tracking every cent. Others just want clarity and peace of mind. Here's how to make it work for you. Hate spreadsheets? Use an app like YNAB or Monarch. Prefer pen and paper? Use a money journal. Like visuals? Use colored folders or charts. Want accountability? Check in weekly with a trusted friend. This is not about impressing anyone. It's about building a system that helps you sleep better, save faster, and stress less. Track weekly. Reflect monthly. One of the most powerful habits you can build is a weekly money check-in. Look at all your accounts. Check your progress against your plan. Note any unexpected expenses. Adjust upcoming spending if needed. Then once a month, reflect. What worked this month? What drained your money or energy? What will you do differently next month? These small rituals keep your system alive, and alive systems grow stronger. Mastery through simplicity. You don't need complexity to become wealthy. You need clarity, consistency, and control. A simple system, followed relentlessly, will outperform a complex one that you abandon in 3 weeks. You don't need a financial degree. You don't need 10 apps. You need a clear goal, a working structure, a few rules you follow no matter what, a mindset that says, I lead my money, it does not lead me. That's mastery, and now you have the blueprint. Part 3. How to increase your income and multiply your value. You don't get paid for your time. You get paid for the value you bring to time. Most people focus on budgeting, saving, and cutting back, and those are important. But there's a limit to how much you can save. There's no limit to how much you can earn. If you want to build lasting wealth, you must eventually shift from saving pennies to multiplying dollars. That means increasing your income in smart, strategic, and sustainable ways, not through overwork, but through leverage and value creation. You don't need to work more hours. You need to make the hours you work worth more. And that starts with how you think. Change how you think about income. The average mindset says, if I work to earn a paycheck, if I want more, I need to work more. I'm worth whatever my boss decides. The wealth-building mindset says, if I earn money by creating value, if I want more, I must increase my skills, solve bigger problems, or build better systems. My income grows as I grow. Money flows to usefulness, creativity, problem-solving, and leadership, not just to time served. The key question to start asking yourself is, how can I become more valuable to the marketplace? Answer that, and your income will eventually follow. Your income comes from value, not time. Let's make this simple. A restaurant server may work 10 hours and earn 100. A consultant may work 2 hours and earn 100. A software creator may work 200 hours and earn nothing, until the product launches, then make $10,000 in a week. The difference? Value, not effort. Your goal isn't to work harder. It's to position your work in a way that solves bigger problems, serves more people, or leverages better tools. Here's how to begin. Identify your core earning power. Start with a simple audit. What skills do I currently get paid for? Be specific. Communication, sales, design, problem solving, leadership. How valuable are these skills in the current economy? Are they in demand, growing or declining? Can I package these skills in a better, more leveraged way? Freelance, course, coaching, licensing, automation. What problems do I solve and for whom? Your income is tied to the quality and scale of the problems you solve. Once you understand your earning power, you can expand it. 3 core income paths. There are 3 ways to increase your income, and ideally, you'll build all 3 over time. 1. Grow your primary income. This is your job or core business. Grow it by becoming indispensable at work, learning the most profitable skill in your company, asking for a raise based on result, not entitlement, transitioning to a higher-paying company or industry, adding freelance or contract work in your off hours, monetizing your side skill into a formal offer. 2. Build a side income stream. This could include freelancing, writing, design, consulting, e-commerce or digital products, tutoring or online teaching, affiliate marketing, rental income or property management, content creation with monetization, YouTube, podcast, blog. The goal is not immediate millions, it's consistency. An extra $500 and $1,000 a month is life-changing when invested wisely. 3. Create passive or leveraged income. This takes time but pays dividend. Think, royalties from a book, course or software, dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, business ownership with systems and delegation, intellectual property licensing. Passive income isn't truly set it and forget it, but it is scalable beyond your time. Start where you are. Focus on building leverage, not just labor. Multiply your value in the marketplace. Value is what people pay for. Here's how to multiply yours. Improve your skills. Learn faster than your peers. Read, practice, execute. The better your skill, the bigger the check. Solve more expensive problems. Companies and people pay more for urgent, painful, or profitable solutions. Build your reputation. In today's economy, trust and credibility often matter more than credentials. Start creating useful content online, even on a small scale. Increase your network. Your next opportunity often comes from someone you already know, or someone you need to meet. Build intentional connections. The more useful, relevant, and strategic you are, the more valuable you become. And the more valuable you become, the more wealth you can build. Learn to sell, even if you hate sales. Here's an uncomfortable truth. If you cannot sell, you will always earn less than you deserve. Selling isn't about pressure, it's about influence. It's about helping someone understand how your solution meets their need. Whether you're pitching yourself for a promotion, selling your freelance services, negotiating a contract, launching a product, you are in sales. Learn it, respect it, master it. You don't have to be slick, just clear, confident, and helpful. Turn your income into wealth. It's not enough to earn more. You must keep, protect, and multiply what you earn. Every time your income increases, avoid the temptation to upgrade your lifestyle immediately. Instead, save 20–30% of every new dollar. Invest in skills that will continue increasing your value. Use bonuses and windfalls for long-term assets, not short-term dopamine. Remember, income creates potential. Discipline turns it into wealth. Begin with this action plan. To start increasing your income, take these steps. Identify your top 1–2 marketable skills. Research what people are paying for that skill. Create a simple offer, freelance, service. Talk to 5 people this week about it. Set a monthly income goal from that offer. Reinvest the first $500 into better tools, education, or systems. Use any extra income to build your save and grow buckets. Start where you are. Don't wait for perfect. The goal isn't fast income, it's increasing income. With time, momentum builds. The people who master their money all have one thing in common. They stop trading time for money and start building value that works even when they don't. That's your next step. Part 4. Master your spending. Control the outflow. Protect the wealth. It's not what you make, it's what you keep and how you use it that determines your financial future. Earning more money can change your life, but earning more without mastering your spending is like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. It doesn't matter how fast you pour, if you don't control the leaks, the bucket will never fill. This is why people making six figures still feel broke, because income alone doesn't create wealth. Behavior does. Spending is where many dreams are lost, but it's also where financial power is reclaimed. In this part, we're going to develop a mindset that treats every dollar like a decision, not a reaction. Know where every dollar goes. The first step in mastering spending is simple, but most people avoid it. Track everything. Not forever, just long enough to gain clarity. Track your spending for 30 days with ruthless honesty. Every purchase, every subscription, every swipe of the card. Why? Because what gets measured gets managed, and what gets ignored gets out of control. You'll be shocked by what you find. Forgotten subscriptions draining your balance, emotional impulse buys disguised as needs, $10 here and $20 there, adding up to hundreds a month. Clarity turns guilt into control. You can't cut what you can't see. Separate needs, wants, and noise. Most people blur the line between needs and wants, and that's where the damage begins. Let's define them clearly. Needs, essentials for survival and functionality. Housing, utilities, basic food, transport, healthcare. Wants, comforts or pleasures that improve life but aren't necessary. Dining out, entertainment, shopping, luxury items. Noise, mindless spending that doesn't even add joy. Late fees, impulse buys, random online orders you forgot you made. Wants are fine, even necessary for a joyful life. But they must be intentional, budgeted, and limited. Noise, eliminate it. It's wealth theft in disguise. Build a spending system, not a budget. Most people hate the word budget because it feels like punishment, so forget the term. Think of it as a spending plan, a map that directs your dollars where they'll do the most good. Start with 3 simple questions for every expense. Does this support my goals? Will I still value this next month? Am I buying this from clarity or from emotion? Spending is emotional. Retail therapy is real. But your plan should protect you from your impulses, not rely on your willpower. Here's how to start building your system. Set fixed amounts for categories like food, entertainment, clothing. Use cash or prepaid cards for wants to limit overreach. Automate bills to avoid late fees. Review transactions weekly for leaks. This is about alignment, not austerity. Every dollar should feel like it's working for you, not escaping you. The power of conscious consumption. Conscious spending means buying with intention. It's the difference between. This shift doesn't make you feel restricted. It makes you feel empowered. Ask yourself, am I buying because I need it? Or because I'm avoiding something? Does this purchase reflect the future I want to create? Is this adding joy or just distraction? You don't need to stop spending. You need to spend with purpose. Create a guilt-free spending fund. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and spending is part of that joy. So don't aim to eliminate all fun. Instead, create a guilt-free spending account. Set aside a small percentage of your income each month, say 5%, that you can spend however you like. No guilt, no judgment. Why? Because when pleasure is built into your plan, you're less likely to sabotage it with unplanned splurges. When you honor your desire to enjoy life without going off course, you build sustainability, and sustainability is how wealth wins over time. Identify emotional spending triggers. Many people don't have a money problem. They have an emotion problem they try to solve with money. Stress, boredom, insecurity, loneliness. These are common spending triggers. They lead to purchases that temporarily soothe and then leave guilt in their wake. The key to overcoming emotional spending is awareness. Keep a journal of your feelings before and after purchases. Delay any purchase over $50 by 24 hours. Create a list of non-spending coping tools. Walk, call a friend, create something. Exercise. The moment you learn to sit with an emotion instead of spending it away, you gain control. Lifestyle creep. The silent wealth killer. Here's what happens to most people. They get a raise, their spending increases to match, they still feel broke. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's deadly to wealth. Instead of upgrading every part of your life with every increase, try this. Upgrade one category, maybe your food or fitness budget. Keep everything else the same for a while. Allocate the rest of the increase to savings and investments. This single practice can make the difference between getting rich slowly and staying stuck forever. Master spending with simple rules. Rules remove emotion and simplify decision-making. Try these. The 24-hour rule. Wait a day before buying anything over a set limit. The use it twice rule. If you haven't used it twice don't buy it again. The cash envelope rule. Set a limit for discretionary spending and carry it in cash. The would I work an hour for this rule helps clarify if something is worth it. These micro rules protect your future while still letting you enjoy the present. Build a spending identity. Tell yourself, I am someone who spends with intention. When your identity changes, your habits follow. You don't need to fight your impulses forever. You just need to outgrow them. Spending mastery isn't about restriction. It's about alignment. It's about loving the life you're building more than the moment you're escaping. Part 5. Create a long-term wealth plan that works for your life deck. Wealth doesn't come from good luck. It comes from a good plan, executed consistently over time. Most people never gain wealth because they never define what wealth means for them. They say things like, I want to be rich, or I just want financial freedom. But they've never taken the time to create a clear, personalized roadmap. A dream without a plan is just a wish. A financial goal without action is just hope. You need a long-term wealth plan, one that's simple, realistic, and personalized to your life. Not someone else's idea of success. Yours. In this part, we'll help you create that plan. Step 1. Define what wealth means to you. Before you can build wealth, you must define it clearly. For some, it's early retirement. For others, it's travel, freedom, flexibility, or the ability to give generously. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Ask yourself, how much monthly income would I need to live my ideal life comfortably? What does financial peace look like for me? What do I want my money to do for my family, my health, my time? What's more important? Time, freedom, or a big lifestyle? Am I chasing security, impact, legacy, or all three? Write it out. Make it clear. Your wealth plan should reflect your values, not society's noise. Step 2. Set financial milestones. Goals are too big when they're vague, but when broken into milestones, they become achievable. Here's an example of smart wealth building milestones. Sam, pay off all high-interest debt. Isam, build you well. Sam, start a emergency fund. Isam, save 3 to 6 months of expense and beyond. Isam, own a home or income-producing asset. Isam, build recurring investment income. Achieve your target freedom number, the amount you need to live life on your terms. Each of these milestones builds momentum. Celebrate progress, even small wins. Step 3. Build around your freedom number. Your freedom number is the monthly amount of income you need to cover your ideal lifestyle without having to work for it. For example, if your ideal life costs $3,000 a month and you want to stop trading time for money, then you need investments or income sources that pay you $3,000 a month reliably. That becomes your target. Now reverse engineer it. How much would you need invested at 6% return to generate $3,000 a month? Answer: $600,000. Could you create products, rentals, royalties, or online businesses to generate it instead? This gives your plan focus. You're not just saving randomly. You're building toward a number that sets you free. Step 4. Choose your wealth vehicles. There are many ways to build wealth. You don't need all of them. You need the few that match your personality, risk tolerance, and goals. Here are 5 main categories: investments, stocks, index funds, ETFs. Best for long-term, hands-off wealth growth. Works with automated contributions. Consistent compounding builds massive value over time. Real estate can provide cash flow, tax benefit, and appreciation. Requires more capital and management. Powerful tool if used wisely. Entrepreneurship, highest potential upside, highest learning curve and risk, ideal for those with a value-driven skill or solution. Digital assets, courses, ebooks, software, YouTube channels, etc. High leverage, scalable, and increasingly accessible. High income skill development is skills that increase your active income rapidly, e.g., sales, copywriting, tech, consulting, can fuel your investments and accelerate all other paths. Pick 2 or 3 vehicles to focus on. Don't scatter your energy. Wealth requires depth, not distraction. Step 5. Automate and systematize the journey. Once your plan is clear, simplify it. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts. Calendar monthly reviews to check your net worth, goals, and income. Use a wealth tracker, digital or physical, to visualize progress. Make financial decisions based on your plan, not your emotions. Most people never follow through because they build plans that require constant willpower. The key is to make it automatic. When you remove decision fatigue, wealth becomes a natural result of your systems. Step 6. Protect your plan with financial defenses. Offense builds wealth, defense protects it. Wealthy people do both. Here's your defense checklist. Emergency fund, minimum 3 6 months of expenses. Health insurance, medical bills can wipe out years of progress. Life disability insurance, protect your family and income. Estate planning, wills, trust, set beneficiaries, even basic ones. Avoiding lifestyle creep, don't let ego sabotage your plan. Avoiding bad debt, especially on depreciating items. One financial emergency can destroy a decade of work, unless you're prepared. Wealth building isn't just about more, it's about keeping more. Step 7. Review and adjust quarterly. Your financial plan is a living document, not a stone tablet. Every 90 days, sit down and reflect. Are my goals still the same? Is my income growing? Am I staying within my spending plan? Are my investments aligned with my future? What challenges did I face? What did I learn? Use your review to adjust course, celebrate wins, and recommit to your future. If you're growing 1% better every week, you're on track. Build a wealth identity. More powerful than any strategy is the belief you hold about yourself. Say this to yourself: I am building lasting wealth with clarity and purpose. My future is secured by the daily actions I take today. I do not fear money. I lead it. I'm not behind. I'm building at my pace, with intelligence and discipline. The right mindset makes the right plan unstoppable. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Part 6. Break free from debt. Escape the trap and stay free for life. Debt is not just a financial weight. It's a mental cage. Freedom begins when you take back control. Debt is one of the biggest barriers to building wealth. It steals your income, your peace, and your future. But even more than that, debt can quietly shape your mindset, making you believe that struggling financially is normal, inevitable, or even permanent. It's not. You are not meant to live paycheck to paycheck. You are not meant to drown in monthly payments. You are not meant to build your life on borrowed time. In this part, we're going to change your relationship with debt forever by helping you understand it, escape it, and never fall back into it again. Understanding debt. The 2 types. Not all debt is created equal. The first step to mastering debt is knowing the difference. 1. Bad debt. This is debt that takes money out of your pocket without increasing your long-term value. It includes ACA, credit cards, personal loans for consumption, payday loans, car loans on depreciating vehicles, high-interest financing for non-essentials. Bad debt steals your future. It adds no return, only cost. Good debt, used strategically. This is debt that may put money into your pocket over time, or build a valuable asset. Examples: a no-interest mortgage for a modest home, a student loan that increases lifetime income, a business loan with clear ROI, real estate financing that generates cash flow. But let's be clear, even good debt is still a liability. Use it only with strategy, discipline, and clarity, never by default. How debt destroys wealth. Here's what debt really does to your financial life. Reduces your income, Debt payments are future income you've already spent. Kills your ability to invest. Money going to interest can't go into wealth building. Creates stress and mental fatigue. Constant pressure damages clarity and confidence. Encourages short-term thinking. Living to cover payments keeps you reactive. Delays your dreams. Travel-free business ownership. All get postponed. If you're in debt, it's not because you're lazy or bad with money. It's because you were operating in a system designed to trap you. But once you understand the system, you can escape it. Step 1. Face the numbers. It starts with radical honesty. Make a full list of every debt you owe. Who you owe. Total balance. Minimum monthly payment. Interest rate. Date. Due dates. This isn't to shame you, it's to empower you. You can't master what you avoid. Clarity gives you control. When you see the whole picture, the weight begins to lift. Step 2. Choose your payoff strategy. Once you know your numbers, choose a payoff method. Option 1. The snowball method. Best for motivation. This method helps you stay emotionally engaged. Option 2. The avalanche method. Best for math. List debts by interest rate, highest to lowest. Focus on the one with the highest rate first. Save the most money long term. Choose the one you'll stick to. The goal is progress, not perfection. Step 3. Create a debt repayment plan. Baker. Set a realistic timeline. 12. Use a spreadsheet, whiteboard or app to visualize progress. Schedule automatic payments to avoid late fees. Cut unnecessary expenses temporarily to boost payoff. Use any extra income, bonuses, tax refunds, side hustle to accelerate progress. Debt freedom requires focus. It's not forever, it's for freedom. Step 4. Stop using debt to fund your life. If you keep using credit while trying to pay it off, you'll never escape. Create a cash-only life while in debt. Use debit cards or envelopes for discretionary spending. Delete stored cards from online retailers. Avoid buy now, pay later traps. Build a small emergency fund. $1,000, $2,000 to stop relying on credit. You can't dig out of a hole if you keep digging. Cut the cycle. Step 5. Negotiate and optimize. Most people don't realize they can negotiate debt terms. Lower interest rates. Refinance or consolidate loans to lower payments or interest. Explore balance transfer offers. With caution and discipline. Consider non-profit credit counseling if you're overwhelmed. Every dollar saved on interest is a dollar gained in momentum. Step 6. Build the never again mindset. Getting out of debt is powerful. Staying out is priceless. Ask yourself, what belief or behavior got me here? How will I avoid repeating it? What system will I use to live without credit dependence? Debt freedom is not just about money. It's about identity. Tell yourself, I do not borrow for lifestyle. I live on what I earn and invest the rest. My wealth is built on ownership, not obligation. Step 7. Celebrate the finish line and move forward. When your last debt is paid, celebrate loudly. Share your story with others. It inspires more people than you know. Shift your debt payments into wealth building. E.g., if you were paying $800 a month to debt, now put that into investments. Don't just become debt-free, become invested rich. That's where freedom lives. What if you're still deep in debt? You might be listening and thinking, this sounds great, but I'm drowning. I don't see a way out. Here's the truth. People have gotten out of 10K, 50K, even 100K cars in debt. It's not about how big the debt is. It's about how big your commitment is. You don't have to fix everything today. You just have to start today. And never stop. Momentum is built one step at a time. Debt does not define you. You are not your past decisions. You are the actions you take starting right now. Part 7. Develop a wealth mindset. Think like a builder. Live like a leader. Your income can grow only as fast as your mindset. Change how you think, and you'll change what you create, and what you keep. Wealth isn't just a number in a bank account, it's a mindset. Before someone earns more, saves more, or invests more, they must believe differently. They must shift from a survival mentality to an abundance mentality, from reactivity to intention, from fear to strategy. Your money beliefs shape your money behavior. If you believe money is scarce, hard to earn, or dangerous to have, you will repel it. If you believe money is a tool, a reward for value, and a servant to your vision, you will begin to attract and grow it. In this part, we'll reprogram the way you think about money, because wealthy habits are built on wealthy thoughts. The difference between a scarcity mindset and a wealth mindset. Let's compare the two. Scarcity mindset, wealth mindset. There's never enough. I can create more. Money is stressful. Money is a tool. I'm just not good with money. I can learn anything I choose. Rich people are lucky or greedy. Wealth is built through value. I must save everything forever. I save and invest to enjoy life too. You may not even realize the beliefs you've inherited from family, media, or past experience, but beliefs can be challenged and changed. Here's how. Step 1. Identify and rewrite your core money beliefs. Ask yourself, Step 1. Identify and rewrite your core money beliefs. Did my parents argue about it, fear it, worship it, or ignore it? What do I believe about wealthy people? Do I feel guilty when I have money, or afraid when I don't? Write down the top 5 beliefs you hold about money, and then challenge each one. For example, money is hard to earn. Undersai, money flows when I create real value. I'll never be able to retire. Unrukai, I'm learning to build lasting wealth step by step. I'm bad with money. Undersai, I'm becoming skilled and disciplined with my money every day. Repeat these reframes daily. This isn't fluff, it's mental programming, and your bank account will always reflect your internal operating system. Step 2. Think like a producer, not just a consumer. Most people are stuck in consumption mode. They spend hours watching others build wealth. They buy things to impress people they don't like. They look for entertainment instead of education. The wealth mindset flips the script. Not to show. Ask yourself daily, am I thinking like a builder or a buyer? Start producing value, not just spending it. Step 3. Use money as a multiplier, not a mirror. Poor mindset people use money to prove something, that they've made it, that they belong, that they're not behind. Wealth builders use money to multiply impact, growth, freedom, and time. Examples. Investing in education to raise their skill ceiling, hiring help to free up creative time, automating bills to protect mental energy, donating or giving strategically to uplift others. Stop asking, what can I buy with this? Start asking, how can I grow this to serve more and live better? Step 4. Build identity-based wealth habits. Behavior follows identity. If you say, I'm terrible with money, your brain will seek evidence to prove it. But if you say, I'm a wealth builder, even when you're still learning, your brain starts to shift your standards, your actions, and your results. Start using identity-based affirmations daily. I protect my money because I respect my future. I create value and receive money with confidence. I use money as a servant to my purpose, not a symbol of my worth. These statements aren't magic, they're mental alignment. Step 5. Rewire your response to setbacks. A weak mindset collapses at every financial challenge. A wealth mindset adapts and grows stronger. You will face unexpected bills, lost income, bad investments, financial mistakes. But the wealthy mindset says, I don't fail. I learn. I adjust. I return stronger. Treat every financial setback as feedback, not failure. Learn from it, document it, and move forward wiser. Step 6. Focus on long-term rewards over short-term hits. The average person trades tomorrow for today, again and again. Instant gratification, impulse buys, FOMO decisions, shortcuts and schemes. The wealthy think long-term, invest now to reap later, delay upgrades to build assets, learn deeply instead of chasing trends. Wealth is built by those who wait wisely. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Is this building my future, or just feeding my feelings? Discipline is the muscle. Mindset is the fuel. Step 7. Surround yourself with abundance energy. Mindset is contagious. If your circle complains about money, fears success, and mocks ambition, you will unconsciously adopt the same limits. Audit your environment. Check what content do you consume daily. What language do your closest friends use about money? Are you around builders or blamers? Start listening to audiobooks, podcasts, and mentors who speak the language of ownership, growth, and value. You rise with the room you're in, but if you never upgrade your mindset, you'll always sabotage progress. The person you are becoming is more important than the balance you are building. Choose thoughts that lead to freedom. Choose beliefs that support your next level. Choose identity over income, and income will follow. Part 8. Build multiple streams of income. Unlock financial freedom faster. One income is too close to none. Financial freedom begins when your money works in more places than just your paycheck. For most people, income comes from one source, their job. But here's the truth. Relying on a single income is one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in. What happens if the company downsizes? What happens if the economy shifts? What happens if you burn out? Financial security comes not from how much you make in one place, but from how many sources you build that continue to support you, even when life changes. In this part, we're going to explore how to build multiple streams of income, what they are, how to develop them, and how to choose the ones that fit your strengths, goals, and lifestyle. Why you need multiple income streams. Here's what happens when you depend on only one paycheck. You're forced to trade time for money. Your lifestyle is capped by someone else's limits. You delay investing because you're always catching up. Every unexpected expense feels like a crisis. You can never truly rest, but with multiple streams, resilience. You grow your wealth while you sleep. You create options. Work becomes a choice, not a necessity. You reduce risk while increasing reward. You shift from survival to strategy. The 1% don't just work harder. They work smarter through leverage and income diversification. The 7 types of income streams. Let's break them down. Paycheck. Earned income, your job, salary, or freelance services. Active, requires time and presence. Should be used as a launchpad for wealth, not your sole source. Profit income. Business, money earned by selling products or services. Online stores, consulting, coaching, digital goods, etc. Requires setup and delivery, but can scale over time. Interest income, from lending money, savings accounts or bonds. Low risk, low return, but very passive. Dividend income, from owning shares in dividend-paying stocks or funds. Steady cash flow once your portfolio grows. It requires investment knowledge and patience. Rental income, money from renting real estate or digital assets, can provide consistent cash flow, but involves management. Capital gains, profits from selling assets at a higher price. Stocks, crypto, real estate, not recurring, but can be substantial. Royalty or licensing income, income from ideas or creations, books, courses, patents, music, etc. High leverage, create once, earn many times. You don't need all 7. Start with 2 or 3 that fit your skill set, time and risk, comfort, then expand from there. How to start building your first extra stream. If you're starting with just a 9-to-5 job, don't panic. Most people begin that way. Here's a step-by-step path to add a second income stream. Low-cost option, freelancing, selling digital products, ebooks, templates, guides, creating a YouTube channel or blog, offering coaching or consulting online, starting a small service business, editing, design, writing. Validate the market. Are people already paying for this? What are the top creators or sellers doing? Can you offer your version in a clear niche? Use time blocks, not free time. Schedule 5-10 hours week. Treat your side income like a business, not a hobby. Use weekends or mornings, consistent, not casually. Reinvest profits wisely. Don't inflate your lifestyle. Use earnings to pay debt. Invest or grow your new stream. The key is to start small but think long-term. A $500 a month side hustle can become a $5,000 a month business over time. Online income ideas, low capital, high potential. Here are income stream ideas you can start with little money. Print-on-demand stores, t-shirts, mugs. Selling Notion or Canva templates. Online courses or paid workshops. Ebooks or audio guides. Subscription newsletters or paid communities. Virtual assistants or freelance work. writing, admin, affiliate marketing, through content platforms, stock photography or digital art marketplaces. The internet has lowered the barrier to building wealth, but most people still act like it's nice. You don't need permission, you need a plan. Protecting your focus as you add income streams. A big mistake people make, trying to build 5 streams at once. Don't. Start with one, grow it until it's stable or automated, then move to the next. Think of it like pillars holding up a building. Build one strong pillar first, then add a second. Over time, the structure becomes unshakable. Income stacking works, but only when each stream is strong enough to support the other. Building passive income, the smart way. Passive income is real, but it's not effortless. It's usually the result of a course that sells every month, without updates, a dividend portfolio built over 10 years, a rental property with great management in place. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing something once that continues to pay you. Start where you are. Build small wins, then scale smartly. Build your income strategy like an investor. Ask yourself, what's my primary income stream right now? How secure is it? What would happen if I lost it tomorrow? What side stream would give me the most freedom or stability? What can I start building in 90 days that would increase income without increasing stress? Then act. Most people wait for permission. High earners build options before they need them. Final thought. Your freedom is on the other side of leverage. Time is limited. Energy is limited. But income doesn't have to be. The wealthy don't work more hours. They work smarter. They multiply. You can too. Part 9. Design a personal financial system that works while you sleep. Money without a system is chaos. A great financial life isn't built on luck. It's built on a reliable routine that runs on uns. You don't need more willpower to manage your money. You need a system. Most people's financial lives feel disorganized because they operate on reaction and guesswork. Bills sneak up. Goals are forgotten. Savings dip without warning, and the future always feels vague, distant, or out of reach. That stops now. In this part, we'll help you create a personal financial system. One that automatically grows your savings, protects your peace of mind, supports your long-term goals, and puts your wealth building on autopilot. When your system is solid, you no longer rely on discipline, you rely on design. What is a financial system? A financial system is simply how your money flows. It's a structured plan that controls how money comes in, where it goes, how much is saved or invested, what's automated, what's tracked. Think of it like plumbing. If the pipes are leaky, the pressure's inconsistent, or the valves are broken, you're always reacting. But with a smart, clean setup, money moves smoothly and sustainably, even while you sleep. Step 1. Set up purpose-based accounts. Separate your money by purpose, not just by amount. This removes confusion, temptation, and mental clutter. Here's a simple structure to start with. Income holding account, main checking. All income lands here: salary, business, side hustle. From here, money is automatically routed to other destinations. Fixed expenses account, rent, utilities, subscription, minimum debt payments, automatically funded monthly from the income account. Spending discretionary account, dining out, use a debit card linked only to this account. Helps you live within your fun budget guilt-free. Emergency fund account, emergency fund account, high yield savings. Target 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. No touch unless it's a true emergency. Savings goals accounts, home down payment, education, each with its own labeled sub-account or bucket. Contribute small amounts consistently. Wealth investment account, never skipped. Treat like a bill to your future. Freedom fund, optional. For long-term income freedom, separate from retirement. This fuels early exit from 9 to 5, passion projects or mini retirements. The goal is clarity. Every dollar should have a job. Step 2, automate everything you can. The best financial system is one that runs itself. Automation is your secret weapon against forgetfulness and inconsistency. Automate. Transfers from income to savings, bills, investments, bill payments, utilities, rent, subscription. If you have to remember to do something, it will eventually fail. Build automation so that your goals happen, no matter your mood. Step 3. Track weekly, review monthly. You don't need to obsess over every penny, but you do need visibility. Here's a simple tracking rhythm. E. Weekly quick check, 5 minutes. E. Log in and check account balances. Make sure all automations processed correctly. Note any odd charges or issues. Monthly. Money review, 30 to 60 minutes. Net worth. Ask, did I grow? Where did I overspend? What needs adjusting? Reflect on what's working and what's not. Use a spreadsheet, a financial tracking app like YNAB, Monarch or Empower, or even a notebook. The tool doesn't matter, the habit does. Wealth isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Step 4. Set financial rules for your life. Systems work best when guided by personal rules, simple principles that make decision-making automatic. Examples: I always save 20% of my income, no matter what. I never finance depreciating assets. I don't make big purchases without waiting 72 hours. E. I review my goals on the first Sunday of every month. All unexpected income goes straight to investments. Rules protect you from emotion, stress, and impulse. Build yours. Write them down. Live by them. Step 5. Protect the system with safety nets. The stronger your defense is, the more stable your system. Here's how to build resilience. Emergency fund. First, then 3 to 6 months of essentials. Life, password manager and 2FA. For online banking protection. Identity protection. Consider credit freeze or monitoring. A leaky system, even with great income, bleeds money fast. So plug the holes. Defend your future. Step 6. Plan for big purchases without debt. One of the top reasons people go into credit card debt is poor planning for known expenses. You know holidays are coming. You know your car will eventually need repair. You know your laptop won't last forever. So build sinking funds, mini savings accounts for predictable costs. E. Birthdays, travel, car maintenance, gifts, annual insurance payments, subscriptions or software. Even $20 a month toward each can prevent future financial stress. Plan now, breathe later. Step 7. Align your system with your vision. Money management is not just about spreadsheets and numbers. It's about building a life you love. Use your financial system to support E. Your family, your freedom, your values, your purpose. Every part of your system should help you become the person you want to be. If you value generosity, add a monthly giving fund. If you value travel, set up a travel account that funds itself. If you want to retire early, increase your investment automation. Design your system with intention. Wealth should serve your life, not just grow and evolve. Final thought. Let the system do the heavy lifting. You are not meant to micromanage money every day. You are meant to design your wealth, then live your life. Set it up. Let it run. Review regularly. Improve as you go. This is how the wealthy stay wealthy. Not by hustling harder, but by thinking smarter. Part 10. Live financially free. The mindset and roadmap for a wealthy life. Wealth isn't just about having more money. It's about having more choice, more peace, more time, and using all of it on purpose. You've come a long way. You've learned how to budget, save, invest, escape debt, build income streams, and structure a personal financial system. But all the strategies in the world mean nothing if you don't live with intention. This final part is about stepping fully into your identity as someone who is financially free, regardless of your current income or bank balance. Because financial freedom isn't just the finish line, it's a mindset. And when you master it, your external life begins to reflect the inner transformation you've built throughout this journey. Let's bring everything together. What is true financial freedom? Most people define financial freedom as not worrying about money. But let's go deeper. Financial freedom is being able to say no without fear, being able to say yes to what matters, athid time to live, not just work, having options, peace, and power, living below your means while building beyond them, knowing your future is funded, your family is protected, and your values guide your choices. Financial freedom isn't about never working. It's about never being forced to work, unless it's aligned with your purpose. The freedom formula: mindset or system, more ownership. To live financially free, you need three things. Mindset: you believe money is a tool, not a trophy. You make decisions based on vision, not pressure. You delay gratification for greater gain. You protect your energy, not just your cash. System: your money flows automatically. You invest consistently and strategically. You live by rules, not reactions. You use your system to serve your lifestyle, not restrict it. Ownership: you take full responsibility for your results. You stop blaming circumstances or waiting for luck. You keep learning, adjusting, and improving. You stay in motion, no matter the season. If you have these three, you already live like the wealthy do. Signs you're becoming financially free. You may not have millions in the bank yet, but if you've embraced this journey, here are signs you're truly on your way. You have a 3-6-month emergency fund. You spend less than you earn. Consistently, you invest a portion of every paycheck. You're free from high-interest consumer debt. You track your net worth and goals monthly. You've built or are building multiple income streams. You make money decisions from clarity, not fear. You no longer chase lifestyle upgrades for validation. You live intentionally, with purpose, peace, and joy. If that sounds like you, even partially, celebrate. You've already crossed a line most never do. What it leads to is far more valuable. 1. Time freedom. You choose how your hours are spent. You buy back your time, so you can live it, not trade it. 2. Location freedom. You're not chained to one city, desk, or employer. You can move, explore, travel, or work remotely on your terms. Relationship freedom. You don't stay in toxic relationships for financial survival. You build connections based on love, respect, and alignment. 4. Creative freedom. You pursue projects, art, business, or causes you believe in, without fear of going broke. 5. Spiritual freedom. You no longer live in survival mode. You reconnect with what matters: purpose, peace, contribution, and growth. This is what money mastery buys you, not things, but truth. What to do after you've made it. Let's say your system is built, your income is stable, and your investments are growing. What then? Here's how to stay sharp and fulfilled. Continue learning. Mastery never ends. Give generously. Wealth multiplies when shared. Mentor others. Pass down knowledge, not just assets. Revisit your vision yearly. Let your financial life evolve with you. Stay humble. Wealth is a privilege. Protect it with gratitude, not arrogance. Guard against lifestyle creep. Upgrade your freedom, not just your furniture. Protect your peace. True wealth is inner peace. Don't trade it for image. Final words from Mindset Masters Audiobooks. You don't need to be born rich to die wealthy. You don't need perfect timing. You need personal ownership. You don't need every opportunity. You need to master the few that align with you. This journey isn't just about dollars. It's about power. The power to design your life intentionally, live boldly, and lead with purpose. Whether you're just getting started or deep into your path, remember this: wealth is not what you have. It's who you become. So keep showing up, keep learning, keep building, because the life you want isn't out of reach. It's already within you, waiting for you to claim it. This is your moment.